What we have here is an Oconnor 1030DS. It is a fluid head. Let's open it up. We're renting this to see what it's like. Let's open it up. It's all the packages for the lens stuff. You get both arms. These go on the side to control it. And there it is. That is pretty cool. So the way this works is it just slows down the movement and it allows you to have a more fluid approach as you pan, tilt, and it just helps isolate vibration. When you got those big lenses, when you're out there a long telephoto length, it really shows up any sort of vibration. So all the stuff you tend to see with us is all stabilized. So we shoot it with one of these fluid heads and then we stabilize it in post-processing as well. So hopefully this helps with some of that stabilization, because right now mine, I can't barely touch that setup and it vibrates. So we're gonna put this onto this. This is the old Sackler Ace XL. This is a Leo Photo 5 series. It's essentially a Gitzo, but we're gonna put this on. First thing we need to do is get a 100mm bowl, which is, this is a bowl. All right, so all we have to do is loosen this mount. It goes onto the bottom of this. This is a 75mm bowl. So we're gonna put that there. Then all we need to do is loosen up this and pull that bowl out. This comes out. Now we're gonna put the new 100 in there. There is a quick release over there. And then we just tighten this up. Tighten that down. I like that down and out of the way. We're gonna take this, then it goes down in there. See, then you can quickly move it around should you need to. This goes back on the bottom, and that just sandwiches that plate in between the mount that we just put in that tripod. So in this case, we would go right there. We would tighten that up, and then voila, you have your tripod head mounted. There's these little dials over here. I don't know if you can see it, but this allows for tightening or loosening on the pan, and then the tilt is over here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, this little mount, see how this has a detent on it. They index in here, and then you tighten it up through the screw. They're good to go, but we need to put it on this side, because that's just the side I use. So we'll put this on there, and then wherever we'd want to shoot, we would set that up. And then this actually can telescope in or out. I'm going to keep it short for now, just for transport sake. This loosens this plate up, and this should push in. Okay, so it slides in. My only gripe so far is that this looks like a proprietary plate. So the problem, that's not a problem. The difference is that, oh, is that light in the way? This is a proprietary plate. So we'll have to put a quick release on top of this, which is okay. You can see that's already set up on my old Sackler setup. So you just take the pin and loosen it up, and you can pull that out. And this is the plate that came with the fluid head, and then this is the quick release. It's from Oconnor. It's done fine, but it's a longer version. It's 100mm, and it just allows my Arca Swiss mount, which is what I'm running on the 400, the 200 to 600, and that red rod system. We can put that right on top of there, and then this way you never have to take that plate out of there. You can leave it cranked down and you're good to go. One last thing, most of you don't need a fluid head this big. A fluid head like this would be just fine. If anything, you're probably shooting with a gimbal now, which is is fine for photography. If anything, I mean, most of you are probably hand holding your photography stuff, and if you can do that, do it. The only time you probably need a tripod is when you're doing birds, because if you're sitting on it, it's going to be perched, and you could be there 5 seconds, you could be there 3 hours. And if you're just trying to hand hold that, you may miss that if it leaps from the perch and then takes off. Those are really cool because you can always get the wings really extended, and it just makes for a cool one because their talons are usually still holding on to the branch. Their wings are up and their face is usually forward. Typically they go the exact opposite way that you want them to, but such is life. Only other one is so for perched birds, and then the other one is for bears. So they'll be sleeping and they'll do this thing where they pop up, they look around, and then they go back down. And that's a time where you'd be better off just sitting on a tripod waiting for it to happen. You click the button and then you go back to what you were doing photo wise. Don't go buy things that you don't need. If you need a fluid head like this, you're gonna know it, and you don't need to go out and buy something like this.
And then make some frozen bubbles.
We're gonna make the frozen bubbles, or we're gonna make the bubbles that freeze outside?
Yeah, we're gonna make the bubbles.
We're gonna make the
and
bubbles.
then we're gonna make them freeze.
I want pictures of bubbles outside on the snow, frozen. The way we're gonna do that, you have to make your own bubbles because the standard bubbles, these things that you get from Walgreens, they don't work. They don't have the right mixture. So we're gonna make our own. We're gonna use Dawn dish soap, corn syrup, light corn syrup, some water, and then I hate using plastic, like one-use plastic stuff, but I couldn't find the paper ones. But these are straws, so we'll make sure to recycle this. But I don't have the wand, so we'll use this to blow the bubbles. So we're gonna mix all this together and
make some bubbles.
Make some bubbles. So the first thing we gotta do, what? It's okay, it's still on. All right, ready? We need 2.5 cups of water. Then we're gonna put 1/2 cup of corn syrup into this mixture. We're gonna mix it up so that it dissolved in there, and then we have to microwave it for 4 minutes. After we pull it out of the microwave, we'll put it back in the mason jar, and we'll put 1/2 cup of Dawn dish soap. The recipe calls for Dawn. I don't know if Dawn is really that specific, but use dish soap. Make sure you're not using dishwasher soap. So dish soap. So let's pour that in there, Dean. So let's do 1/2 cup.
This is 1/2 cup.
That's 1/2 cup. If they've seen us on videos, what?
Yeah, on YouTube.
That's where they're watching it from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you've seen videos of us.
They're seeing a video right now of us.
Well, if you've seen videos.
Because we're recording it now, but they're watching it then.
When?
Then.
When's then?
Now. Not our now, but their now.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, ready? You're gonna pour or you're gonna hold?
I'm pouring.
You're gonna pour. It's thick, so you gotta, oh baby. Okay, that's too much.
Oh!
Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's cuckoo crazy. That's cuckoo bananas.
Okay, you struggling? Don't spill it. There you go. Okay. Set that aside.
I can see it on the bottom.
Oh, that sugary goodness. Here, you wanna see something? Taste that. Just take a little finger thing.
Is it good?
I don't know.
Mmm!
Yeah.
It's on my hand.
No. Was that the hand you licked the soap, or you touched the soap with? Is it? You eating soap?
Yes, it is. Ow!
Okay, here.
Oh, don't break it.
You shake it. You gotta do the bartender shake.
What's that?
Actually, you don't need to do the bartender shake yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh!
Alright. We're just looking for a consistency that is well dissolved. Once it's microwaved, it's going to incorporate a little bit more. I'm not sure why 4 minutes, but let me microwave it for 4 minutes and then we'll be right back to you. Don't microwave it in the mason jar. Pull it out of this jar into a microwave safe jar or bowl, or you know what I mean.
What have you got?
You got 4 minutes to wait.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
What are you learning at school?
I don't want to tell him.
You don't want to tell them what you're learning at school?
Mm-hmm.
Are you learning anything at school?
I'm learning stuff.
Yeah? You got a girlfriend?
No. Okay. Don't press. What? Wake up! My dad's going to get that soon.
I know. I think it's ready. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Is it hot?
Yeah, it's super hot.
Got it on.
Okay. We got the mixture together. It is hot when you take it out of the microwave, so please be careful. Now we add half a cup of, let's see.
Don the show, don the show.
Yep, so we're gonna do this. Ooh, pretty color. Oh, that's a lot of soap. Mom's not gonna be happy with us. Sorry, Mom.
But we might use all your soap.
She's gonna be like, where's my soap?
Wow, look at all that.
That was cool. You see that?
Watch this. We use my mouth.
No. Yeah, I saw what you were doing. Okay, we are going to gently mix that.
Oh, don't mix it too much.
So now it just has to cool, and we are going to be back. But hopefully it's cooled off relatively. It's pretty warm, but hopefully it takes less than an hour. Yeah, it's pretty warm, huh?
That's super warm.
Yeah, it was hot when it came out of the microwave, but let's get this cooled down, and then we'll be back to you once it's cool to go do bubbles outside. All right, I was trying to do a time lapse with one camera. We have the FX3, which is our designated video camera. Shooting that at 120 frames a second. So 1/250 on the shutter speed. I'm at f1.4, so really fast glass right now. It is 5 degrees Fahrenheit. And we'll see how this goes. All right, so the first one worked pretty well, I think. It ended up breaking down, but it froze real quick, and we got it. I don't think the rim light that I'm using, which is the aperture light on the bottom, it's not bright enough, so we didn't see that move up across everything. So our problem now is the wind has picked up and it's blowing over the bubbles. All right, we are back again this morning. Last night worked well, but I don't think you guys could see that very much. So we're gonna try it again. I have the sun off to my right side, I'm gonna use this ottoman, which you can see right here. I can put it in between a tree where there's a shadow with a little bit of light that comes through it, and then I'll blow the bubble on that, and we're gonna see if we can get some daylight photos. You have to have some place that's not windy. That's the biggest thing, is the wind is killing me right now. So it gets 90% formed and then it just blows out. So I think we're done for today because the wind's starting to move a little bit. But overall, total success.
Just